All right, back again. Cowboys not wasting much time in between signings here, as they've also gone out and signed Dante Fowler to what is reportedly a one-year contract. We'll break that deal down just like we did James Washington and LVE's deals earlier today. The James Washington one like maybe 30 minutes ago. So hit that big red button and subscribe if you haven't already for, at this point, multiple times a day, Dallas Cowboys videos on all the chaos and moves so far in NFL free agency. On a day in which people were understandably upset about the Cowboys not signing any outside free agents, they signed two in like less than an hour span. First, James Washington. We broke down that video or that signing earlier today. Still don't know the numbers on the contract yet. And now Dante Fowler, the pass rusher who was most recently with the Atlanta Falcons. So once again, finding a way to fill, or at least temporarily fill, one of their biggest needs, what the Cowboys have done here, adding Dante Fowler. We'll spend some time on the inconsistencies he's had in his NFL career, but this is very much a classic Cowboys signing. This is a former number 3 overall pick in the 2015 NFL Draft, who's only entering his age 28 season, by the way. He's got some good burst and juice off the edge. I actually think he's a pretty good fit opposite DeMarcus Lawrence. You obviously had the Randy Gregory fiasco, disaster. Blame whoever you want, is what it is. He's not here anymore. So pivoting to Fowler, although I would have called and seen what the market was for Zadarius Smith, I don't hate it. I do really need to see what this contract looks like, because I don't know how much it's going to be. Fowler's market is always pretty weird. The Jags had him for years. He wasn't that great. Shipped him off to the Rams. They gave him a big one-year deal. Goes to Atlanta, gets the bag, does not produce that well. So figuring out what the contract is here for Fowler, and if it pops up during this filming, I'll try to let you guys know. I'm curious. I would like to keep it less than what, on a one-year deal, than what Dorrance Armstrong signed. I don't know how realistic that is, to be honest, but that is what I would prefer the Cowboys to try to do at this point. So grade this move. We don't know the contract details. We know it's a one-year deal. Don't know the money, but we know it's a one-year deal, so it's probably not going to be that expensive, I would hope. Grade this move for me. A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Spend some more time on Fowler, then we'll hit the overall edge rushing group and have a similar refrain to linebacker and receiver from today in terms of the organization's needs and plans there. Fowler's had 2 awesome years in his NFL career. 2017, his second year as a member of the Jacksonville Jags. He had 8 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and the hope was, yes, he's entering his age 24 year. This guy's going to ball out. He got dealt halfway through. He got dealt to the LA Rams in the middle of that 2018 campaign. Was okay. Has his best year ever by a massive margin in 2019. 58 tackles, almost double his previous high in any season, even which was 2018 when he had 30 with the Rams and the Jags combined. 11.5 tackles, or 11.5 sacks, 16 quarterback hits, more than any other season, almost double, not quite, we'll call it 30% growth there. 16 tackles for loss, which was double his previous high. After that season with the Rams, Dante Fowler goes and reunites with now current Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn. This is actually the 3rd time that Quinn and Fowler have been together. Quinn, I think, was a big part of why Fowler and why the Falcons wanted to sign Fowler in 2020. They were desperate for pass rush help. Picks like Takk McKinley, Vic Beasley, Charles Harris had not panned out in any capacity for that organization, unfortunately. Not nearly the level of impact he got from Micah Parsons this past year. In addition to that, Quinn was the Florida defensive coordinator in the first year that Dante Fowler was a Gator great. And now, of course, he reunites in Dallas once again. So we are still waiting to see what that contract is. Fowler's inconsistency, the inconsistent production, is a red flag for me. Maybe if he gets to operate as a number 2 edge, or at times a number 3 edge with Micah Parsons on this team, maybe that will maximize his production a little bit more. So I want to see the contract before I go, oh, hey, this is bad, this is good. 1 year deal makes me feel like it's going to at least be like a C grade for me. I'm not panicking on it, but I do want to see what the actual numbers are. The Cowboys got plenty of cap space, though, if they want to, overpay to get an edge in the fold, because damn, you needed one without Randy Gregory. Cowboys themselves have admitted that multiple times at this point. So go ahead and predict for me. What do you think Dante Fowler's contract will end up being? Let me know in the comments section how much you think Dante Fowler is going to get right now. Overall, the edge rushing group, much like receiver, much like linebacker from earlier today, God, there's been so much going on, man. About time the Cowboys get going. Much like those two situations, it's still a need, but you don't have to reach on one of those guys in round 1, in round 2, in round 3, whatever. You don't have to panic and take somebody just because you need an edge with Dante Fowler now in the fold. It gives you an option. Might not be the best option, but you could survive, I think, if you had to, assuming Tank Lawrence and Micah Parsons stay healthy. Dorrance Armstrong's back in the fold, 2-year deal. He'll be a key special teamer, edge 3, edge 4 type of guy. I'm not including Parsons in this conversation. He's in his own special category, is Micah pass rusher. Tank Lawrence is edge 1. You've got Terrell Basham. You've got Chauncey Golston. Cowboys like to go deep at edge. Basham could be a cut candidate during camp, potentially, depending on how things fare. Golston offers some inside-outside flex as well. So edge is in a much better spot than what it was, 48, 50 hours ago. It's just you've got bodies there now. Is it elite players? No. You've got one great pass rusher, again, not including Micah. Fowler has shown promise of being a great pass rusher. The consistency, though, is not. It just hasn't been there over his NFL career. I doubt you get like a Robert Quinn type of resurgence in 1 year and go, yay, awesome, you got that stuff going. That'd be lit, but I'm not going to get my hopes up from that perspective. So Fowler comes into Dallas, his fourth team since 2018. So a lot of turnover. Hopefully we'll hit the ground running in the scheme. Shouldn't be that challenging for a pass rusher. It's not quite as complicated. Oh, I forgot to mention this earlier. Fowler does a good job of getting his hands up at the line of scrimmage. 6 pass breakups, 2019, 5 in 2016. He's got the ability. It doesn't show up in your stack, tackle for loss sheet, whatever, but a pass breakup on third down is just as good as a sack. It's those high-end splash plays that I'm searching for out of your edge rusher. It's the stuff that DeMarcus Lawrence has done so well, even if the sack numbers aren't always where they're at. So do you trust this pass rush group? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know what you guys have to say down there in the comment section. Final thoughts here before we go, since we're doing a third one at home today. Thank God my wife's not here and out of town, or else I would be so bad in the doghouse right now. I'm fine with it. Again, I want to see the contracts. I'm gonna guess 1 year 6.5? 6? I don't think he gets 7. Be a lot. It's only 1 year, so it's probably fine. But that's going to be my guess for Fowler's contract prediction. I am still open to taking an edge rusher in early. My concern was, when I've broken down this class, your top guys, with an asterisk in light of David Ajabo's injuries today, they could all be gone before you're on the board at 24. And now you don't have a great option. You could try to wait till round 2, but Myjai Sanders, etc. I don't know if that's the reality in terms of like a good option for you. So both these moves today, Dante Fowler, James Washington, classic Cowboys signing. I call him the Will McClay special. Early round pick, didn't work out the way they wanted to in the previous destination. Give him a shot, see what happens. It does still feel like this team is treading water. Kind of just swimming along, trying to stay alive until the draft, and then fill your big-time needs that way, which is not the way I would organize, not the way I'd build, but it's kind of where we're at for the Cowboys. So in addition to James Washington, I'll make sure that video gets linked here in both the comment section, description, etc. Dante Fowler is now signing. Keep an eye out for the community tab, by the way. If we get the contract details, or you know what, it'll be on my Twitter. I guarantee that. At @WhatGoingDowney. Hit me up if you have any Cowboys questions, concerns, excitement, sadness, you name it.